First ever meeting between these two. Leo Bobrin on the tap there for Stephen F. Austin. Loyola Marymount starts with the basketball. And it's the LSU transfer, Justice Hill, who played in this a year ago for LSU at the controls. Kicks out Kelly Leapepe. And one and done goes Loyola Marymount.
Nice drive by Justice Hill. It's a wide open shot. You have to knock down against a stout defense like Stephen F. Austin.
High-low early on. They go down low to Hall. Jump hook way off target after he got it from Bobrin. Loyola Marymount starting lineup. Talked about Justice Hill. Justin Wright is a North Carolina Central transfer, played for Lavelle Moton, and was their top scorer in the MEAC a year ago. And of course, Kelly Leapepe, the mainstay in the front court. One of the top forwards in the West Coast Conference. This is Leapepe.
The ball into number 15. Lars is a 7'1" center, plays with his back to the basket. He's got the physicality to match up with the Lumberjacks.
Yeah, that was Thiemann who tried to grab that rebound. Matt Heyman is a JUCO transfer who's playing some of his best basketball. E.J. Cajuste coming back from what was knee surgery and slowly finding his bearings. And then Latrell Giselle, who their head coach Kyle Keller calls the heartbeat of this team. This is Giselle. And Leapepe tracks down the rebound. Much like our first game, took a couple minutes for the two teams to get their bearings in this gym. Merk Valadze, the native of the Republic of Georgia. Shot clock cut in half for Marymount. And nice step back for Merk Valadze.
Well, that's excellent defense, but even better offense. A hand in his face, little step back. That's just not fair for the defense.
Only shooting 28% coming in, but Stan Johnson knows that he's better than that. Welcomes time for the Lion. And they get in the passing lane. Justin Wright creates it. Leapepe up ahead, right with the left. And Leapepe cleans it.
All right, great dig. Puts his hand in there, guards without fouling, comes up with the steal, misses the layup. The Lions clean it up.
Well, in international waters, and in a league that's known for its international flavor, all 5 points for Loyola Marymount coming from foreigners. And there's Stan Johnson. And in what is now his 4th season, 45 wins. Quite possibly the biggest of which, January of last year, ended up knocking off a Gonzaga program that was 6th in the country at the time and had a 75-game home win streak, which was the nation's longest. And trying to build on that success, they were picked 3rd in the West Coast Conference in the preseason polls. There's Merk Valadze. Hill, who I know you recognize from a year ago, Jess Settles. You liked him at LSU.
He was sensational in this tournament, on this very floor, and it's good to see him back. He makes plays like that. A lot of quickness, one of the fastest players in college basketball.
Nana Anthony Bosiaco, the one that got the rebound, and the quick dunk down low. Jaleel Bobrin, and Stephen F. Austin is on the board. Almost 85 a game coming in for the Lumberjacks. Off of a win almost a week ago, 6 days to the day against one of their rivals in Northwestern State. Penetrating kick. Valadze give him a second run. 6 now for Alex Merk Valadze. It matches the Loyola Marymount lead. Giselle and Stephen F. Austin heating up. 7th 3 of the season for the 40% shooter.
They attack the rim. They'll knock in that open 3. And right now, if you're the Lions, they're doing a really good job, Matt, at controlling tempo, not turning the ball over, playing at the pace they want to play at. The Lumberjacks will wear you out, foul you out, and run you out of the gym, but Two teams that like to start in the paint. It's so nice to see the three-point shots falling as well. Just rise up over the defense, coming right in your living room, nothing but net. So far, good start. Everybody's settled in, and what a tournament we have, and what a matchup.
Yeah, our first one felt like it was going down to the wire. I feel like this one's going to be a punch, counter-punch type of affair, too. Faladze. Anthony Boziaco following action, and he hits it again. Check that young man's vital signs. 9 of the first 11.
Those are such difficult shots. He's making it look easy.
Kamari Wilson with a one-and-done miss. Will Johnson, who's a WAC transfer from UT Rio Grande Valley. Harris off the bench. And left that one up in the air. Taken away by Frank Stain. Around the horn it comes. It stops with Kamari Wilson. Shot clock cut in half. And they wanted Jelani Stone. And turnover for Stephen F. Austin. Fast and furious just settles. Mark Faladze, say it 5 times fast.
That's pretty good defense, but better offense. Nice start for the big man.
Those empty calories just leave you feeling empty. Enough sucky sucking, more power sipping. Jam-packed with whole fruits, organic veggies, and super boosters. So, no bad stuff. Only at Smoothie King.
Known for its crystal clear waters, cool blue skies, and playful residents. Enjoy a variety of water sports including paddleboards, jet skis, and sailing. Swim with the stingrays, relax on a luxury catamaran, whatever your fancy. Dive, sail, play with Red Sail Sports.
Kyle Keller steering the ship for Stephen F. Austin in what's his 8th season. Trying to bring a program that's had plenty of NCAA tournament success back there. And his team early on just settles, has given up what's 3 perimeter shots, but what a program, Stephen F. Austin. You look at the state of Texas the last 20 years, they've averaged almost 24 wins this season. Trying to get back to the big dance.
9 conference championships in the last 10 years. They're known as the Giant Killers. They've taken down Duke, Baylor, LSU, West Virginia, Oklahoma, Memphis. The last 4 years, 73% winning percentage, 32nd best in the NCAA. And how about this? 31-15 on the road. A lot of guts, a lot of toughness, a lot of elite coaching for the Lumberjacks.
And the concept of free thought basketball, free thinking basketball under Kyle Keller. They don't talk a whole lot about shot selection. They've let his guys kind of play the game, feel the game. Shot clock down to 5, trying to grind out this defensive possession. And a hit shot clock violation on Romero now. Turnover for the Lions is their first one of the basketball game. Stain with the entry to Stone. And long on the jump hook. And we get a body and a bump on Antwi Bosiako. Actually, no. It was Harris on the baseline. So I couldn't save that time. Ran out of real estate. Look at the designed inbounds. Elevator up for Krishawn Christmas. The JUCO transfer from Gary, Indiana, has his first two.
Excellent design. And those are the easy baskets that have been hard to come by so far in this game for the Lumberjacks.
Good ball movement this end. Stops with Harris. Drills the three.
We talked about knowing your scouting report. We featured him off the top. He comes in off the bench, lights up the scoreboard. You can't take a play off. You can't be confused with who's in the lineup, or he'll make you pay, and that could be the difference in the game, an open shot like that.
Now, our younger listening audience probably doesn't remember, but you and I do. Remember Vinnie Johnson, the microwave? Coming off the Pistons bench. Staying with contact.
Harris, this is what he does. 10 of 18 now on the year from the three-point line, and that is way too much space for a guy who's one of the elite three-point shooters in all the land.
80% of the field goals from three today for Loyola Marymount have opened up 66% from the perimeter. Not sure if this is going to be Stan Johnson's best shooting team. Percentage-wise, it looks like it could be on a very small sample size, but what they did tell us, this may be the deepest roster he's had in what's his 4 seasons in LA.
He's confident playing anybody off the bench. He's got great shooters, a smart point guard, and a ton of size, Matt. They can bring a lot of big bodies at you over the course of 40 minutes.
This is that guard, Johnson at the controls. But telegraphed that pass, threw it right to Stain. Cajuste feeding Clayton Southwick. They'll rotate a lot of guys, almost like hockey substitutions, line changes. Stain, good cutoff, great D by Will Johnson, stop the baseline. Other end, another three, Harris feeling at home in Grand Cayman. 5th made three of the afternoon. Trying to match at this end, and Christmas quells it. Stephen F. Austin back to within 7. And turnover at this end on Loyola Marymount.
Coach Johnson, the last couple days, they've been working on their defense, trying to get stops, moving their feet. But you can't say it enough. For the guys coming in off the bench, you have to know where number 55 is, and that's what makes these tournaments unique. You're playing 3 games in 3 days. Your film study and your walkthroughs are just as important as the game itself when you're not used to playing against these opponents.
Josell squared up from the top of the key. Good hustle play, Southwick to keep it alive. One more bounce, home, the up break. And back to 2 possession. Day Hall with his first 2 points.
In these first couple games, the pump fake and power. It's so nice to see guys fundamental around the rim. Chop fake, get the defense up in the air and go through it.
Fast and furious at John Gray Gym. 5-point game.
Those empty calories just leave you feeling empty. Enough sucky sucking, more power sipping. Jam-packed with whole fruits, organic veggies, and super boosters. So, no bad stuff. Only at Smoothie King.
For over 35 years, Tortuga has baked the original rum cake in Cayman. From our kitchens in our homes to exporting across the world, Proudly Baked in Cayman has always been at the heart of everything we do. Our recipe, handed down by 6 generations, has remained a secret to this day. Each Cayman cake is handcrafted and made with love, from our family to yours. Today we honor this tradition with our Cayman rum cake, exclusively made in Cayman, exclusively sold in Cayman. A Cayman tradition to be proud of.
A long way to Grand Cayman from both Los Angeles and Nacogdoches, Texas. But they've traveled in kind on both sides for Stephen F. Austin and Loyola Marymount. It's game 2 of what's 4 here in the Cayman Islands Classic. And Jess Settles, I mean, who doesn't want to take 4 or 5 days in Grand Cayman?
Well, it's a bucket list trip for everybody. I highly recommend bringing your family at least one time in your life. I brought my kids last year. You check into the Westin. You're on 7 Mile Beach, the most beautiful beach in the world. You get a boat from Red Sail Sports, and you take the kids out to Stingray City, and you swim with the stingrays, and there's just nothing like it. So glad we have this tournament here, and I'm so glad to see so many people show up and support their teams. But it's a once-in-a-lifetime trip, Matt, that they'll never forget.
Yeah, largest freshwater pool on Grand Cayman at the Westin. Just one more reason. Basketball portion, Loyola Marymount by 5, most of it from the perimeter. Wright changing that off the dribble and the soft touch. The North Carolina Central transfer, his first bucket. This was Matt Heyman. Tough shot amongst the length of Lars Thiemann. Changing gears, Juice Hill. Free throw line trip coming.
The Lumberjacks, they get out and extend. They play the passing lanes. If you can turn the corner like Juice did on this, then the lane opens up. See how he gets downhill, coming right into your living room. You can't be tentative with the basketball against this pressure. This is what Stephen F. Austin does. They make you look silly. They speed you up. They get you confused. But number 3 is a veteran, and he's been there, done that. And so far, a pretty good floor game for the leader of the Lions.
Pepe back in for Loyola Marymount. And Juice Hill, you would almost say it's in the blood. Just in terms of knowing how to prepare. Son of a former Division I football coach. His dad was the head man. His dad, Fitzgerald, the head man at San Jose State from 01 to 04. And off the bounce, Cajuste throwing the foul.
Well, Stephen F. Austin has to find a way to get turnovers, pick sixes, and runouts. Right now, the half court really struggling. Give a lot of credit to the Lions, but they're going to have to find a way to come up with easy, high-percentage baskets at the rim.
Nice play by Giselle. That was the designed inbounds, but it was about to go awry and just tapped it to Hall. And Loyola Marymount bench wanted to travel. Instead, it's a second team foul.
Yeah, just a couple guys going at it on the post, and they wanted to travel. I'm impressed with this Lion defense. I mean, that was a point of concern for them when we talked to the coaches, and so far they've come out and made things tough for Stephen F. Austin.
Hill, the mid-range off the 6th turnover for the Lumberjacks, and a timeout for Kyle Keller.
Justice Hill, and we talked about, he has experience here. Confusion in the transition, everybody running out and looking for three-point shooters. You take what the defense can give you. I tell you what, I'm surprised to see him here at the Cayman Islands with Loyola. These guys move around the country so often. The portal is wide open. You never know where a guy's going to end up. But for Coach Johnson to pick him up, what a tremendous hit in the offense. offseason to get such a smart, quick, talented player like Juice Hill.
And has found success pretty much everywhere he's been. Played under Matt McMahon at both Murray State and then LSU. And like a lot of these guys, wanted a program that continues to build upon winning. And found Stan Johnson and the Lions. Changing zone looks here. Wilson, shot clock inside 15, and Mark Baladze called for the foul.
Alex is so active at the front of that 1-3-1. I mean, he's moving his hands, trying to get the Lumberjacks to go east and west and lob it over the top for the turnover. Now they're back to man-to-man.
I'm sorry, they called a kick there on Mark Baladze. Southwick was looking for the high-low. Shot clock down to 6. Good flash by Giselle. Has to go up with it. They're not going to get it off. I don't think Hall got that off in time.
I agree.
But either way, it doesn't matter. Missed the shot anyway. Justin Wright probing. Wanted Leapepe on the backdoor bounce. Good anticipation by the Lumberjacks. We stay at this end. Well, what did Kyle Keller tell us for Stephen F. Austin? Turnovers are way too high. Have to try and clean those up. And they haven't quite been themselves, waiting for A.J. Cajuste to be fully rehabbed from a knee injury.
Yeah, that's exactly right. And easy baskets hard to come by. You add turnovers to the equation, and you run into a defense like the Lions right now in this size. It's hard to overcome that over 40 minutes.
Already 7 points off turnovers for Loyola Marymount. Even if Austin's given it away 6 times. Leapepe, little D-back battle there. Wilson got the coverage and the layup.
That's just all Wilson. That's all Hart. What a huge play at just the right time.
Felt like a jump ball in the end zone there. And Kamari Wilson, his first bucket. Stops the bleeding a little bit for Stephen F. Austin. Penetrating pitch, right to Leapepe. Day-Day Hall for controls. Loyola Marymount from the jump. Stephen F. Austin gets a lead. Hall creating. Off the turnaround, nothing there. But it trickles to Giselle, make it Christmas. Johnny on the spot. Phenom gets it pushed off the glass. Giselle, a second block. Anthony Bosiaco. See if this fires him up. Hall. That's a rare three-pointer for him. Only the 6th career 3 for Day-Day Hall, but it brings Stephen F. Austin to within 4.
You talked about some guts on the defensive end, the hustle, the length, the athleticism. I mean, these guys showed up to play. They're protecting the rim, swatting shots all over the place. It started with the steal. Look at that one. That's all ball. You think you got a layup? Get that shot out of here. Leads to Day-Day at the other end. High IQ play. Stephen F. Austin, all of a sudden, back in it.
Those empty calories just leave you feeling empty. Enough sucky sucking, more power sipping. Jam-packed with whole fruits, organic veggies, and super boosters. So, no bad stuff. Only at Smoothie King.
known for its crystal clear waters, cool blue skies, and playful residents. Enjoy a variety of water sports including paddleboards, jet skis, and sailing. Swim with the stingrays, relax on a luxury catamaran, whatever your fancy. Dive, sail, play with Red Sail Sports.
"25 miles offshore in the Cayman Islands, Stingray City. An immersive experience, as you could see, with the Stephen F. Austin Lumberjacks getting to do it yesterday. Tours that are offered within 3 to 5 hours. Jess Settles, you did it a year ago. Look at that.
Hey, brings back so many great memories. You have to bring your family. Head out to Stingray City. Once in a lifetime type of trip, and everybody's got to come once. The bluest water you'll ever swim in. So warm, so beautiful, and that was a moment I'll never forget.
And you're surrounded by barrier reefs, a lot of different fish, the stingrays. You get to pet them, feed them. Truly immersive aquatic experience. Meanwhile, Justin Wright and Loyola Marymount have seen their lead dwindle a little bit here. Lumberjacks have cut it down to 4. And good be that time by Giselle. Shot clock inside 5. Johnson going to have to be the bailout. Falling on down. And shot clock violation.
Well, that's a mistake by Justin Wright coming out of the timeout. Coach Johnson draws up a heck of a play. Dribble penetration, kick to the corner, and Justin hesitated. He's shooting 50% from 3 on the year. That was drawn up for him. And he must have thought the closeout was closer than it was, but it leads to a 4 shot. When you get an open look like that, you take it and you make it.
Natural scorer, Justin Wright. It took a while to figure out during his time at North Carolina Central. But Lavelle Moten told us that a year ago, 2 years ago, it was about the 12th game of the season where he finally found himself, and then with their guy pretty much ever since. And that's continued in LA. Wright fouled here. Fourth team foul on the Lumberjacks. Just had a look at Stan Johnson, who spent some time on the Marquette staff before getting this Loyola Marymount job. Surrounded by good scorers, they have 6 guys in double figures entering this tournament. One of the guys he worked with at Marquette, a natural scorer named Marcus Howard, that can fill it up.
Well, he's got the type of team that he likes. High IQ, good shooters, a ton of size. Alex has been very versatile in this game. He can put him up top. But the analytics of the game anymore say that when you're playing against a stout defensive team like the Lumberjacks, that first open look you get, you have to take it and make it. Obviously, that changes in the last 3 or 4 minutes of the game, depending on time and possession. But when you get clean looks, you got to take them.
1 of 2 for Wright on the free throws. Lead back to 5. It's been as many as 11 for Loyola Marymount. Colburn with deep, kicked out. Heyman, and knocks it down. Oh, no, excuse me. That was just an air ball for Matt Heyman.
Well, he's shooting 80% from 3 on the year, so I don't blame you, partner, for thinking that one in. It tickled the net. I thought it hit it too.
Yeah, it was 4 for 5 coming in, Matt Heyman. Kyle Keller told us he's really bought into what they're doing. Started with a lot of work in the summertime. Mark Baladze. And fouled by the Lumberjacks.
Yeah, what they do is they extend you and they deny the passing lanes and they try to turn you over and speed you up. So you have to be extremely aggressive attacking the paint. If nothing else, drive and kick. Pick number 23 put the ball down, got to the rim, picked up the foul, and with the way he's been shooting the 3, you got to expect both of these to go down.
Already in double figures today. Alex Merkvaladze, whose career high is 24, and has 11 in the first 12 minutes and change, or 13 minutes and change of this first half. The last 3 now for Loyola Marymount. Back to 7 is the Lions lead. Delani Stone. Back to the basket. Phenom probing. Inside 10 on the shot clock. Dropped the shoulder. Couldn't get it to go. Tie up. And the arrow should stay at this end.
Well, I think Stephen F. Austin got away with 2 travels on that possession. But right now they're trying to pound the ball inside, but the pass is coming too late. By the time they catch it on the post, the size of the Lions is matching up with them. You get good penetration right here. Kick his right foot out, moves that a couple times. 50-50 ball. You just expect this game to go like this. A lot of physicality, toughness. Nice hustle.
They're having a tough time on these inbound plays. That time the length of Michael Graham. The backup center who's at 6'8". With that wingspan longer than that. Making it very difficult on the point guard, Cajuste. And they get the double. Threw it right to Thane. And just a totally discombobulated possession, but they rescue it. Cajuste going to have to be the bailout. 3 to shoot. Got his own shot. And they knocked that right to Bober in the offensive glass.
What a heartbreaker for Loyola Marymount. The trap, the loose ball, the good defense, and you don't clean up the mess. It's all for nothing.
Type of possession that'll just kill you.
No kid.
Christmas ties this up, stay at this end. But Stephen F. Austin hanging right in there. Down to 2 possessions for Kyle Keller's Lumberjacks. Starting to shoot the ball a little bit better, defend a little better. Now 8 Loyola Marymount turnovers. It was 19 wins a year ago for Stephen F. Austin. Lost a little early in the WAC tournament. And the name of the game pretty much for them, Jess Settles, is you just want to stay healthy more than anything. They missed a ton of time last year because of injuries and probably would have won a few more games. Heck, might have won the WAC. But picked second in the WAC preseason poll. And one of the top shooting teams in all of Division I.
Yeah, you wonder with the injuries what would have happened, and they just had such a dominant run lately, and it starts with defense, getting in the passing lanes, turning defense into offense. Right now, the Lions shooting 47% from the floor and 57% from 3, so that's advantage Loyola. Not a lot of teams do that. You just wonder, I mean, so many teams work out year-round now. It's not the way it used to be, and it seems like there's more injuries in college basketball lately. You just wonder if guys are on the court too much.
Man, thought this was off Jelani Stone. Let's see this. So that gets blocked. I think that's off Stone. That looks pretty evident. But maybe not. They overturned it. On the kick out. Johnson down with the rebound, out ahead Harris. And Graham fouled. A free throw line trip coming for the senior from Brooklyn.
Basketball, and nobody gets back. So great job by Loyola pushing the basketball. You see all the trailers, and that big fella runs to the rim. He makes sure he gets it. Great hustle, and he wants that one back.
Graham yet to make a free throw yet this year. Guy who makes up for his size with his hustle plays and his agility. Part of a 10-man rotation for Stan Johnson and the Lions. And 1 of 2 here for Graham.
It's Dennis Rodman type of plays, right? He never looks for his own shot. He rebounds, he runs, he gets for loose balls, he traps. He plays with a ton of hustle and makes everybody around him better without ever having a play drawn up for him.
Nice wheel by Hall. Not a ton of scoring for Day Hall yet, but give him 7. Back to a 4-point game. Harris off the skip, in and out and back in. 3rd triple of the basketball game for the Gonzaga transfer. He's perfect from the outside. Cajuste wanted the pick and roll, took it himself.
How nice is Harris? I mean, right? Sometimes you have a couple good games and your stats get inflated, but from everything we've seen here, this kid, he's going to have a spectacular year from beyond the arc.
Yeah, had 21 in their lone loss of the year to what is a very good Yale team out of the Ivy League. Mark Valente, nice turnaround here. And we're back to a 7-point game. 13 now for Alex Merk-Valente, the captain.
Alex, such a European game, right? Just footwork, fadeaways, little Dirk Nowitzki. He has been impressive, and I don't know how you stop it, but hey, look, the scouting report makes it very clear. Dominic Harris shooting a high percentage from beyond the arc, but you got to find him. That's just too open. Hey, if he's in the gym, he feels like he's open.
Those empty calories just leave you feeling empty. Enough sucky sucking, more power sipping. Jam-packed with whole fruits, organic veggies, and super boosters. So, no bad stuff. Only at Smoothie King.
We going down the road, hands in the air, people everywhere, love and unity is there. It's that time of year where we don't care. It don't matter where you're from, put your flag in the air and represent. Just one love, just one love, just one love, just one love. And represent. Just one love, just one love, just one love.
Well, they're hoping it's a special year in LA for Loyola Marymount. Picked 4th in the West Coast Conference poll, finished what was 3rd, and really hoping, though, that this is the year to get back to the NCAA tournament for the first time in what would be 34 years, just settles. Back when, God rest his soul, some guy named Hank Gathers was on campus with Bo Kimball.
We all watched every single one of those NCAA tournament games, the impact that they had on the basketball community. That is hard to believe that they've never been back. I tell you what, this team looks like an NCAA tournament team. They have to stay healthy. A lot of things have to go their way, but they've got guard play, they've got size, their forwards are extremely impressive, and I'll tell you, they can flat out shoot the rock.
And the Gonzaga and St. Mary's fan bases would probably say, hey, wait a minute there.
Right.
But a loaded WCC again. Giselle got a good look off the inbounds. And Krishan Christmas took a shot to the face. And they called the foul on him. Oh, and yeah. That's blood for Krishan Christmas. Kyle Keller out there, as well as the Stephen F. Austin training staff. Krishan Christmas, a young man that they talk about with a ton of upside. Get a look at what happens here.
We knew this would be a physical game. Both teams playing hard, and it's like he catches an elbow in the face.
Yeah, nothing on purpose. Just ended up coming down under Justin Wright. Just throw some cotton swabs in there, right? Get it to stop bleeding. You're back on the floor.
He's a tough kid, and just incidental contact there.
Yeah. Stephen F. Austin, we talked about Loyola Marymount trying to get back to the tournament. Kyle Keller's been there once. They gave Texas Tech a battle. They were 28-7 his second season, won the Southland Conference, and since then transitioned over to the WAC. But really likes the potential for this team. Says if they can stay together, he thinks that they can win the league.
Just always high expectations when he's coaching. This demands excellence. Such a good track record. This is an important 3 days for this team, regardless of the outcomes. To play together, be on the road together, develop chemistry.
Yeah, and based on what the explanation was from the officials to the Stephen F. Austin bench, just incidental contact, basically made the signal of the elbow coming down right into Christmas's nose. Oh, and still trying to clean the blood up at the other end.
Yeah, what an event by KMAX Sports. Joe Wright's put together another great field. Jill Turk in marketing. Consider her a friend now. Al Wilson, a buddy of mine from Iowa, the legal counsel. And Cayman Islands Classic is spectacular. A great gym and atmosphere. You go to the beach and you go out and hang out with the Stingrays, and all those fans will never forget this trip. And then you come and watch high-level basketball. And this is an important game for both teams. Oakland and Drake had a tremendous battle in the first one. A lot of All-Americans, experienced coaches. You just tip your hat to the whole staff, get the court cleaned up, and we're off and running again. It looks like we got another great one. And all the games that I've ever been a part of, most of them have not disappointed.
Justin Wright, Loyola Marymount trying to build this lead back up. And in the neighborhood of where it was before. Was as many as 11 earlier, 9 now. Do the Lumberjacks have a response? Cajuste going into the teeth of the D. Giselle. Tough shot. And Leia Pepe cleans up the glass. Leak it out ahead. That's thrown away by Southwick. Graham, though, free throw line trip.
Well, Michael Graham just continues to impress. At the other end, he's in drop coverage. So he gets switched on to the point guard, and he's retreating, trying to force a tough shot. What does he do? He turns around and once again sprints the court and gets to the free throw line. I mean, you love to have players like that. I mentioned Dennis Rodman. He doesn't need plays. He just makes plays on his own.
Both of his points today from the line. A couple of 1-for-2 trips, but back to double digits for Loyola Marymount.
Yeah, speaking of Dennis Rodman, Matt, did you hear Doc Rivers last week said he had Dennis Rodman babysit his kids once?
I did not.
Oh, yeah. This was the biggest story in sports, and everybody said, oh, what are you, nuts? Dennis Rodman is babysitting Doc Rivers' kids.
Window.
Austin Rivers, when he was a kid. Doc said, I came home, and the whole house was trashed.
I mean, it turned out okay, though. Austin's a good guy. Ended up with a pretty nice career.
More people should have Dennis Rodman babysit their kids.
Yeah, you know, s'mores and popcorn and movies with the worm. What could go wrong? Not a ton, by the way, in the way of free throws for Stephen F. Austin. So much so that these are their first couple attempts.
Yeah, great minutes by Michael Graham. He goes and sits down. All of his teammates come over and give him some love. Those are the types of minutes you want to put together. And let's see if the Lumberjacks can take advantage and attack the rim with number 21 sitting on the bench right now.
Here's that pressure from Stephen F. Austin. Cajuste try to make it difficult on Will Johnson. Johnson, good looking shot. Halfway down, popped out. Cajuste using Southwick. Good drop off. Southwick off the window. First two for Clayton Southwick.
When the shot blocker's not at the rim, how you attack it and the Red Sea opens up? Just a high IQ basketball play right there by Stephen F. Austin.
Southwick, actually their field goal percentage leader, came in at 71%. That's his 11th made field goal of the year. Shot clock inside 10, right. Wow, tough shot.
Yeah, the Kobe Bryant fader, impossible to guard, and that's good defense, just better offense.
Funny you mentioned that, Jess Settles. Kobe Bryant, the reason that Justin Wright started playing basketball.
Wow.
Josell dropped it off Hall off the window. Back to a 7-point game. Day Hall into double figures with 10.
Well, the Lions have had a hard time getting Lars established on the post. Only one shot in this game. He's playing physically, setting good screens, but keep your eye on 15 in red. Let's see if they can get him a post touch here on the next couple possessions.
They wanted it. It got deflected. Hall got a hand in. Layup Pepe. Inside 10 to shoot. Good footwork. But again, difficult shot. Chance to get this to 2 possessions. Maybe closer before half. And 15 foul on Loyola Marymount. They have a couple to give yet.
Yeah, just a crab dribble. Pretty good defense. You jab. You can't play much better D, but all the kids work on that Kobe shot anymore. Just you fade away, create separation, and let it fly.
And if you work on it enough, it becomes like second nature, right?
Yes.
Southwick flashing. Maybe not what they wanted from him. Does have 1 on the year. But again, Kyle Keller told us they don't discuss shot selection. Just lets his guys go. The idea of a free mind coming from Bill Self. That was free and that was deep. And a foul on the rebound.
Yeah, I think this shocked everybody on the floor, the depth of this shot. That is way out there. And defensively, the checkout's there, but you can't shove him in the back right in front of the official. 30 seconds left in the first half.
Nice flash. Stain got hit. Don't want to foul a jump shooter. And 3 free throws coming. And it's the Utah Tech transfer, Frank Stain, with the chance to make this a really manageable situation going into the break for Stephen F. Austin.
Yeah, manageable, the key word. I like that, Matt. It seems like they've been outplayed. They've been a little discombobulated. Buckets have been hard to come by, but the Lions keep letting them off the hook, so to speak. You shove the rebounder in the back, Give them another opportunity, then you foul a three-point shooter who's 2 for 7 on the year so far. Only a 5-point lead, feels like it's 10 plus, but on the other hand, the Lumberjacks, there's no quit in them. They're physical, they're tough. They'll fight you for every square inch of the court.
First 2 of the basketball game for Stain. Got them all. Perfect on the year. He's 8 for 8 from the stripe. Didn't want to tell the folks at home that, Jet, because usually when you say that about somebody when they're perfect from the line, then they end up missing.
No, you got to have more courage than that, Matt. Come on, I'm a little disappointed.
Shot clock is still a 4-point game. Harris went right up into Anthony Bosiaco. Wright got a steal, and then the foul on the big. Nana Anthony Bosiaco.
Well, Harris gets hit at the rim right here. Look at it. He takes it up. He's got to get free throws out of that. Ball comes back to him. Number 5 taking it to the rim. Great job. Good hustle. But, man, alive, Harrison, what's a guy got to do? I mean, I never come into the rim. And the one time I do, I end up on the floor. Good hustle by the Lions.
That's one of those plays where if the big Anthony Bosiaco holds on to it a little longer, you probably get some help. But Harris ended up on the ground, tried to evade him, and ended up throwing it away. And the result, both free throws for Wright. We're back to a 6-point game. Wilson. Last possession of the half. Are they going to get a shot off? And not a good one.
Play got them back in the game. They knew what to do with it. They typically win these rock fights, these types of games. Maybe don't play the prettiest at the offensive end, but when that loose ball is on the floor, you'll see 2 or 3 of them getting in on it. But it's at this end of the court right here. They got to force more turnovers and get runouts for easier baskets.
Switching man here, and that gets deflected out of bounds. And looking for Sean Christmas, who took that elbow. It turned out, we thought it was the nose, it was above the eye. Stitched him up and likely to return in the second half. Hall, or make it Hill, excuse me, off the window. 6 now for Justice Hill. Owen Juice. Cajuste at the controls for Stephen F. Austin. Good looking mid-range. Second time he's done that. 4 now for A.J. Cajuste. And we're back to a 2-possession game. Thiemann, good defense there by Bobrin. Making him really work. Jump hook though, soft touch for the big man.
Thought he might have gotten away with the travel, but that was a hard-earned bucket, and maybe that gives him a little bit of energy. Right now, the guards and the forwards for LMU playing excellent basketball.
Cajuste forcing his way in. Foul on Loyola Marymount.
Turn the corner, takes the hit. Good recovery by Lars, but he's going to stay here.
You could call A.J. Cajuste the skeleton key to each team, to this team, I should say, because his play basically opens all doors for Stephen F. Austin. If he's right, they're right. %80 free throw shooter, tough miss for him. They didn't have him for what was 7 weeks from what Kyle Keller told us, thanks to knee surgery. 1 for 2 for Cajuste. Now give him 5 to go along with 4 assists.
And keep your eye on the backdoor cuts for LMU. Stephen F. Austin, they're way out extended in those passing lanes. If you can slip behind them, a little bounce pass at the rim, you might be able to steal an easy one here in the first couple minutes of the second half. Mark Vellante pushed off, offensive foul. Yeah, and that's not how they've been playing. They've been moving the basketball. That's just a one-on-one. Pound it, pound it, pound it. Good defense. It's the right call.
Yeah, I was about to say, Jess, I was wondering if they were going to call that because he extended it once coming over half court and then did it again. Bobrin. Good setup for Hall on the longer Leapepe. Shot clock inside 10. Little Euro across the lane. Hall got his own miss. Stayed with it. Still can't convert. Bright with the chance to potentially push this back to double digits. Leapepe very quiet today. Nice drop off. Phenom. Too easy.
Yeah, you see the difference between that possession and the one before. 3 or 4 guys touch the ball. It goes side to side, dribble penetration, easy shot compared to going one-on-one and trying to attack one of the stoutest defenses in all the country in Stephen F. Austin.
And then Phenom gets the rebound here. Frustration foul on Cajuste, hand in the cookie jar. But a perfect start to the second half for Stan Johnson's Lions. Have made all of their field goals and continue to make things difficult for Stephen F. Austin. Wright keeps them perfect. 4 for 4 start to this second half, and they match the largest lead, 11 now for the 3rd time. Cajuste going to the free throw line. You wonder if there's a point in this second half where this starts to get away, but A.J. Cajuste trying to make sure it doesn't.
Yeah, points have been so hard to come by, and we have to continue to give credit to the Lions. Their defense has improved drastically just in the last couple of days. Whatever they were doing at practice, their rotations are better, their communication's better, they're guarding for the most part without fouling, showing their hands. And it's just made them more confident at the offensive end. They weren't really worried about offense coming into this tournament. They wanted to build defense over the next 3 days, and so far, so good. The Lumberjacks, we've said it before, they've got to find a way to get steals, get in the passing lanes, and get out and run.
I think you could put them right up there with the team they're going to play, Drake, as 2 teams that could maybe win this thing if they're able to survive here. Cajuste got both, back to a 9-point game. And what a matchup that's going to be if whoever comes out of this against the Bulldogs. Tough shot from Mercolate, Phenom fouled. And that's Christmas back in with that cut over the eye.
Well, if you talk about toughness for number 11, I wasn't sure we were going to see him again. And curled up on the floor, takes the shot. And I mean, that's just what you expect. You mentioned Vinnie Johnson, the Detroit Pistons from back in the 90s. I mean, this Stephen F. Austin, they've got that toughness, right? In an era of 3-point shooting and maybe just playing offensive basketball. These guys bring the lunch pail every time they play.
And Harris falling out of bounds. That will go over to Stephen F. Austin.
And I'll tell you, around the country and talking to coaches, there are just a handful of teams that no one ever wants to play over the years. And the Lumberjacks are one of those teams. I mean, they are giant killers. They've taken down Duke and Baylor, West Virginia, Oklahoma, like we talked about off the top. They will play anybody, anywhere, at any time. And it's this physicality and toughness that keeps them in games.
Southwick to the basket, score +1. Timely bucket for the junior from Palmer, Alaska.
You put the ball on the floor. Even though you take the hit, you got to keep your eyes up on the rim. So many guys take the hit and then they just try to flip it up there and hope for a call. Kept his eyes on the rim, battled through it, and Man, this guy's been in the weight room a little bit.
I couldn't get the free throw, but good rebound there for Christmas, and he got fouled. Pay attention to that. That's already the 15th foul on Loyola Marymount. Just heard someone on the Loyola Marymount side say, let him play. For the most part, they have been.
Yeah, I mean...
Christmas cans it. Yeah, well,
maybe she was right.
They might have a point on that one.
Yeah. Come on.
Yeah, not sure where it was there. 2-possession game after Christmas gets both. With the former Iowa great Jeff Settles, Matt Martucci. As Johnson off the window here to push this back to 7. But already a great start to this Cayman Islands Classic. Game number 2 of what's 4 on the day. Marshall and Utah State to start our late afternoon session, the nightcap. So that's at 5, and then finishing up the evening, Akron and FIU. Wilson missed the jumper. Johnson down with the rebound, and Leah Pepe quickly the other end. Yeah, you're not going to body Southwick. And they called 3 seconds. Now in the spot where we were at the break, Loyola Marymount by 7 on Flow Hoops.
Those empty calories just leave you feeling empty. Enough sucky sucking, more power sipping. Jam-packed with whole fruits, organic veggies, and super boosters. So, no bad stuff. Only at Smoothie King.
Known for its crystal clear waters, cool blue skies, and playful residents. Enjoy a variety of water sports including paddleboards, jet skis, and sailing. Swim with the stingrays, relax on a luxury catamaran, whatever your fancy. Dive, sail, play with Red Sail Sports.
Back in Grand Cayman, it's tough to call Loyola Marymount underdogs in what is a loaded WCC, but when you're playing behind Gonzaga and St. Mary's, they kind of are. And it fits the mentality of their head coach, Stan Johnson, who came over from West Africa with his parents at 10 years old from war-torn Liberia. And basically was held at gunpoint by 15-year-olds with M16s over there. That was how bad it was. And U.S. citizenship for his mother allowed them to escape to the United States, settled in Taylorsville, Utah, and actually started out as a soccer player, so much so that he instinctively kicked the basketball at recess and ended up being picked last for some of those pickup games because of it. But ended up becoming a good college basketball player and now a successful head coach at Loyola Marymount. Nice drop off here to Antwi Bosiaco from Krishawn Christmas. And 16 foul now for Loyola Marymount. They're piling up.
like the team that Coach Johnson has put together. This is an important week for their team, and I think the pickup of Justice Hill, Juice, as he's called, is just huge for conference play, especially to have that kind of speed and leadership. 2 for 4 from the floor, 2 for 2 from the line. I have him down for 0 turnovers. That's the type of floor game you have to play against the Lumberjacks to be successful. But, you know, what an amazing country we have as you tell that story about Coach Johnson and the trials and tribulations that so many young people have around the world. To be able to come here and to get this opportunity and to make the most of it is just that American dream still alive, Matt.
Yeah, very much so. And trying to send this program to heights that it hasn't seen since the early 90s. Harris hoping to be one of the guys to do it. Missed, but Wright gets it back. Johnson hoisting, long in the triple, another chance. Mark Baladze, and tied up by Southwick. And the arrow to Stephen F. Austin.
What a possession by Latrell Giselle. I mean, he is all over the rim, scrapping for the ball, closing out. Those are just the type of hustle plays that can get you back into a game. But, man, a kid plays hard.
This is that time in the broadcast where we remind you Stephen F. Austin has not led this entire game. So far, Loyola Marymount for almost 26 minutes. Giselle. And, yep, too much time. 3-second violation on Anthony Bociaco, camped in the lane.
It's been interesting to watch
they actually
LMU's defense.
They called a foul, I'm sorry.
They do not switch very often. They only switch once in a while, so Coach Johnson's no excuses. You've got to stay with your guy, fight through screens, and recover. So many teams now just switch nonchalantly, but he's making his guys guard. It's paying dividends. That's a deep one.
Johnson and Mark Baladze, offensive rebound. 4th team foul on Stephen F. Austin.
How good's Mark Baladze? He has been all over this court. His fingerprints are all over this game at both ends.
And another guy, and I'm sure Stan Johnson can relate, who's overcome adversity. Born in the Republic of Georgia. They've experienced war conditions for quite some time. Johnson. Wow, good composure on the baseline. Cajuste at the other end with a quick answer. Timely buckets for the point guard. Every time they seem to need an answer, he comes up with something. See what Hill can create here. Mark Baladze, back of the iron. Christmas plucks it out of the air. Can you get it back to a possession? Giselle, yes, they can. Kyle Keller calls him the best shooter he's ever seen. And the Kansas transfer has the Lumberjacks to within 2. Timeout, Loyola Marymount.
I just love that he got himself going at the defensive end. The 50-50 balls, the toughness. The fans are on their feet. Look, Stephen F. Austin, it takes 40 minutes to put them down. That is a massive shot in this game. The square up, the rotation, the arch. What a beautiful play. Momentum back to the Lumberjacks.
Those empty calories just leave you feeling empty. Enough sucky sucking, more power sipping. Jam-packed with whole fruits, organic veggies, and super boosters. So, no bad stuff. Only at Smoothie King.
For over 35 years, Tortuga has baked the original rum cake in Cayman. From our kitchens in our homes to exporting across the world, proudly baking Cayman has always been at the heart of everything we do. Our recipe, handed down by 6 generations, has remained a secret to this day. Each Cayman cake is handcrafted and made with love, from our family to yours. Today we honor this tradition with our Cayman rum cake, exclusively made in Cayman, exclusively sold in Cayman. A Cayman tradition to be proud of.
Lots of stops for Kyle Keller before finally getting the head coaching call for Stephen F. Austin at what was 48 years old. And certainly considers himself a blessed individual. Was on both Eddie Sutton and Bill Self's staff. Of course, Stillwater for Sutton at Oklahoma State, and Lawrence, Kansas under Coach Self. But that's where we talked about the concept of free mind basketball. And his team to within 2 here just settles.
Yeah, there was a time years ago where junior college basketball produced so many elite coaches. And Gene Cady, I believe Cotton Fitzsimmons, Brad Underwood, I believe, cut his teeth at the junior college level and is thriving at Illinois. So I coached at the junior college level at Southeastern and Burlington, a national power, and played against Moberly and Tyler and all those different schools. There are so many great coaches. It's a great place to learn, not under the spotlight or the scrutiny that you get when you come to this level, and you make one bad call, everybody wants to fire you.
And pointed out to us that just how much their player development helps those JUCO guys. They come in, they're good players to begin with. They leave, they're even better than when they got them.
Yeah, no question. And that's what the beauty of junior college. You got so many guys coming and going. No more than 2 years, obviously, but you have to be very efficient in your coaching. You don't have much time. And you learn, Matt, to keep things simple. Your playbook is not that deep because there are so many new faces, guys transferring in and out. It really teaches you how to coach and not overthink your philosophy.
And we talked about just how blessed Kyle Keller considers himself. You flash back to January of 2001, was part of the Oklahoma State program and was supposed to be on a plane that was coming back from a road trip that crashed in Colorado during a snowstorm. Ended up killing 10 people, including a walk-on for the Cowboys that was his cousin. Said his parents actually thought he had passed away based on the manifest because he was supposed to be on the plane, but at the last second had gotten switched by Eddie Sutton because he needed to be home a little earlier to scout their next opponent. So almost what he considers potentially divine intervention, the fact that Kyle Keller's still here. Hill off target on the mid-range. And chance to either tie or get the first lead of the afternoon for Stephen F. Austin. Not that time. Giselle telegraphed it to Johnston. Penetrating pitch. Shot clock cut in half. Merkvaladze. Could have used that one. Phenom can't corral the rebound. Day Hall. Hop to the lane. Guess who? Cajuste tied for the first time this afternoon. Here come the Lumberjacks. Hill fouled on the floor. Picture a screaming Will Ferrell at the end of Step Brothers just settles. Lumberjack.
Juice taking over this game. What a Euro step. I don't know how he got through there. Lumberjacks back in the game. That's just an elite play off the glass. We're tied up, everybody.
Those empty calories just leave you feeling empty. Enough sucky sucking, more power sipping. Jam-packed with whole fruits, organic veggies, and super boosters. So, no bad stuff. Only at Smoothie King.
Known for its crystal clear waters, cool blue skies, and playful residents. Enjoy a variety of water sports including paddleboards, jet skis, and sailing. Swim with the stingrays, relax on a luxury catamaran, whatever your fancy. Dive, sail, play with Red Sail Sports.
Well, just getting started on the men's side here in game number 2 of what's for day 1 of the Cayman Islands Classic. Stephen F. Austin, Loyola Marymount tied at 2. Matt Martucci, the former Iowa great, just settles. And a reminder, so this is day 1 of 3, but then the end of the week, the first ever Cayman Islands Classic Women's Tournament featuring what's 4 top 10 teams just settles, including the defending national champion LSU and Angel Reese.
Hey, UConn, LSU, and there's a little drama right now with LSU, which always makes for good television, right? Tim Mulkey, Angel Reese, maybe not seeing eye to eye, maybe it all comes together. It's you have to tune in. That's going to be huge. I mean, to get that caliber of teams coming in to the island, it's all in there.
And of course, UConn, AZ Fudd and company. And the legendary Gino Auriemma. Double team Johnston here. Stephen F. Austin, first lead. Frank Stain has it for them. Lumberjacks back from as many as 11 down. Good D by Christmas on Hill. Mark Valadze trying to stop the bleeding, can't do it. Shot clock back to 20. Mark Valadze again. No. Now, Kyle Keller told us if AJ Cajuste is getting back to normal, we're getting back to normal. Tough catch there. Atlee Bosianko, but then threw it away. 10th turnover. Hill got it back and drills it.
Well, again, so impressed with his floor game. Had a chance to take a low percentage 50-footer, put up, got it back, high percentage 3, and that's the way they want to play. But right now, the Lumberjack playing with aggression, looking tough. That's a tough shot.
Cajuste back of the iron. And foul on the rebound. Sixth team foul on Stephen F. Austin.
Well, these are the easy baskets they've been looking for. Their defense right now is playing at a pretty high level. Scramble play, Juice knocks in the shot. It looks like when he was at LSU playing against Akron last year on this same floor. Well, you can never count out the Lumberjacks. They just expect to win. They have that tradition, that history, and Coach Keller just Seems like the type of guy you would want to play for, right? His toughness, physicality, and Coach Johnson hoping the depth of his team will rise up over the next 10 minutes and make plays down the stretch.
Yeah, typically we try to keep our calls at about a half hour or so preparing for this thing. We spent an hour on the phone with Kyle Keller. Just had so many good stories. And seemed like, honestly, he was enjoying it just as much.
Yeah, you know, it's so interesting. With all the money and coaching now, there's still a lot of guys who started at the beginning with nothing, did the laundry, drove the vans, hired the officials, and when they get to this level, the appreciation never goes away. Whether they're at Tyler or whether they're at Kansas, whether they're a lumberjack, they never forget where they came from. And he's one of those guys, right? He's going to pick up the tab at Denny's for you if you're having a meeting with him. He understands how difficult it is to survive in this profession.
His team had a lead, down one, halfway point of the second half. Paul, good rotation, Stain, wide right. But crashing the glass. It's Bobrin.
That was such a smart play by Day Hall. He did not get rewarded on the stat sheet, but he got the ball. Look at this kick out. That's exactly what you do. Wide open shot, it doesn't fall. And then they come in crashing. That's anybody's ball. Day up there.
Bobrin with a pair of shots coming, and now both teams in the bonus the rest of the way. Yeah, we always say whenever there's a distinct advantage, one side or the other in terms of fouls, they tend to even up fairly quickly.
And Bobrin, that's just a man's play right there. Those are the types of plays that you have to make to win these types of games. And that was anybody's rebound, and he went up, and they're going to give him another chance. I'll tell you, as a former coach, there's nothing worse than giving up an offensive rebound on a missed free throw. It just rips your heart out.
1 for 2, but chance to get the lead back. Cajuste, right into Harris, high off the board. 13 now for A.J. Cajuste. Stephen F. Austin reclaims the lead. Justin Wright says, everybody get out of here. Steps through, got it, and the foul.
Boy, it looked like he got away with a travel, and then maybe they gave him continuation as well.
Let's see that.
Well, here he comes downhill. He gets the angle, jump stop, a little extra step. It doesn't matter. Count it. What a tough shot under duress.
Yeah, Justin Wright might have had 2 different pivot feet there. Either way, 1-point game. Almost all Loyola Marymount in terms of lead time. 88% of the basketball game. Three ties, 4 lead changes, most of which have come in the last 2 minutes. Cajuste slipping through. And free throw line trip. And now double bonus the rest of the way for Stephen F. Austin.
Cajuste, I mean, he just lowers his shoulder, a great screen and roll. Takes the hit, puts it up off the rim. And Matt, you've done these tournaments before. And it's really interesting in these gyms when they're not sold out and packed, when the fans, the players, the coaches are yelling at the officials or communicating, everybody can hear it. And these games get a little chippy down the stretch, and it's just very unique when you can signal somebody out and you know what they're saying. So the officials are going to try, especially in these tight games, to keep things under control because it's a completely different environment.
Cajuste to game high 14. along with Loyola Marymount's Justin Wright. Gets both. $15 now for him. Had 8 assists in the blowout over Northwestern State. 4 dimes today. Down to a 9-minute basketball game. Harris fell down, basically directed it to Cajuste. It's been his half, and it continues.
Well, Harris just gave that one up to him. Anytime LMU's tried to pound the air out of the ball and just go one-on-one, it's been disastrous. When they move here they go again. They've got to move the ball side to side.
And they get Phenom with the Ward in the lane. Back over to Stephen F. Austin. This goes. We're going to shoot free throws.
Stephen F. Austin, this is what they do. They wear you down. They foul you out. They make you do things you're not comfortable doing. The way to get them out of control is to move it side to side. They want you to go one-on-one and force shots and try to beat them. That does not typically work against the Lumberjacks. And right now, a chance to extend this lead over the course of 40 minutes. It is hard to put these guys down.
Jaleel Bovern back to the free throw line.
Right now, Coach Johnson coming up with one of his best plays. They got to break the pressure. This ball's got to touch at least 4 different guys. Maybe get the ball inside and play inside out, but I do not expect a one-on-one floater or flipper on this next possession. This is a big one for LMU.
Bovern missed the front end. Wright all one-on-one. Penetrating pitch. Hill for 3 and ties it. Second triple for Juice Hill. Bovern cut off by Phenom. The kick out. Stain! Little Wild West, Annie Oakley style. Shooting gallery's on. 63-60, Stephen F. Austin. That's the 5th made 3 of the game, by the way, for the Lumberjacks. Hill, another. Dueling banjos, Jet settles.
Well, he got the switch he wanted. The big man a little too slow, and you got to drop off of him so he doesn't blow by you, and that was a huge shot.
Whoa, Bovern, are you kidding me? Wright trying to split it again. Went up on one leg, and Bovern down with the rebound. Giselle throwing it in. Bovern, are we kidding? Again? Giselle. And off the window. Largest lead suddenly for Stephen F. Austin.
9 offensive rebounds. That just breaks your will as a defense.
But Hill still with plenty of will.
Well,
17 now for Juice Hill.
Games just like this. I mean, he's going to be the man down the stretch. 2 big threes, keeping things under control. The mid-range jumper. This is why he showed up on campus.
Speaking of showing up, Skane with the floater. Momentum in this game feels like it totally shifted. Leia Pepe off the window. You flash back to 17 minutes left in the second half. And this was an 11-point Loyola Marymount lead.
Well, I thought that Wilson steal at that point really got Stephen F. Austin back into the game. Just a hustle play, that turnover, and that run out. You're right, Matt. It felt like they were on the ropes.
And now they're in the lead. Stephen F. Austin, 3 second-half triples. And from some unlikely sources, Jaleel Bobrin, all 6'9" of them, stepping out. 3-point lead here at Grand Cayman.
Those empty calories just leave you feeling empty. Enough sucky sucking, more power sipping. Jam-packed with whole fruits, organic veggies, and super boosters. So, no bad stuff. Only at Smoothie King.
We going down the road, hands in the air. People everywhere, love and unity is here. It's that time of year where we don't care. It don't matter where you're from, put your flag in the air and represent. Just one love, just one love, just one love, just one love. And represent. Just one love, just one love, just one love.
3-point Stephen F. Austin lead here on Loyola Marymount. Matt Martucci just settles, and AJ Cajuste, the reason why for the Lumberjacks.
Well, 6 for 10 from the floor, getting to the free throw line, 5 out of 6 from the line, 2 boards, 4 assists. You're right, just his fingerprints all over this game, and it's been his quickness, but it's also been his toughness. This has been a physical game. Guys have to be able to take hits. Everything has changed, and this was one of the few runouts they've been able to get, but keep your eye on number 8 down the stretch. He has been sensational in this game.
Former JUCO All-American. And after the Leia Pepe foul before the timeout, Jaleel Bobrin taking care of the free throws.
You got to block out if you're the Lions here. Lumberjacks, they try to rip it down even on these free throws. You got to come up with it. There they go.
Another 1 of 2 trip for Bobrin. Stephen F. Austin double bonus the rest of the way these last 5 minutes. What a find. Graham got it blocked off the glass. Bobrin. Inside of 5 minutes left. Stephen F. Austin trying to move on. We'll get Drake. Bobrin got it blocked from behind. Good recovery by Graham.
Absolutely, Matt. He got the switch, a mismatch. He was in trouble. They take advantage of it. You think they're going to score, and Graham just comes closing quickly and gets his hand on it. It's a brilliant defensive play, but great pass there by Juice. There's a block party going on in this game. No easy baskets.
The Juice tried to set up Christmas. Only 2 on the shot clock. That got knocked out of bounds. They've had trouble all day with these. foul on Phenom, and rightfully so. Anthony Bosiaco. Phenom basically obstructing his ability to come down. So now Nana Anthony Bosiaco, only a 50% free throw shooter. Trying to send Stephen F. Austin back to its largest lead of the game. A big badge of pride for Anthony Bosiaco. He's the native of the town where Stephen F. Austin sits, Nacogdoches, Texas. Coach Keller told us just how big a deal it is for a local kid, obviously, to get to play for the university that he watched. Heyman after the miss, big shot. Lumberjacks, new largest lead. They're up 8.
Well, it's just inexcusable to not block out on a missed free throw. You know the scouting report says that chances are he's going to miss that shot. What an incredible offensive rebound. And that may end up being the play of the game if Stephen F. Austin goes on to win it. There it is. It's 1 against 4. Wide open shot. Was that Christmas in there with the offensive rebound?
On the kick out, yep.
Guy has his face split open and makes a hustle play, comes up with the biggest offensive rebound of the game. What a tremendous athletic and tough play the young man just made.
Juice Hill says, hey, we're not done yet. Try to keep his teammates in this. He and Wright and Merkvaladze have been the answers offensively. Mostly Merkvaladze in the first half, Hill and Wright combining in the second. Two-possession game, 4 minutes left. Winner gets Drake tomorrow. Paul with the kick out, just Phenom. Raymond from the outside, down at Grand Cayman. Johnston extended the arm, got the separation. Cajuste to the cup. Back to the largest lead for Stephen F. Austin. Johnston. Just doesn't feel like there are enough possessions left in this game for Loyola Marymount.
They're in big trouble right now. All the loose balls, the hustle plays going to Stephen F. Austin, and the way they're offensive rebounding, it's just killing the will of the Lions.
Hill able to limit that Hall miss to 1 and done. Finds Johnston. Somebody else is open. It's Hill. Good flash. And got it. Maybe there are enough possessions.
Well, as long as he's on the floor, they have an opportunity to win. But that was a breakdown by the Lumberjacks. That's the one guy you can't leave open.
22 for Hill. Huge possession for Loyola Marymount. Cajuste bumped.
Stephen F.
And
Austin
we'll have a chance to push this when we return.
Flying right now. Rebounding the basketball, defending, and knocking down open shots. Great kick out. Better form. That ball's not touching the rim, and they are truly energized. Have taken over late in this second half. Stick around. Still enough time, but LMU definitely on the ropes.
We going down the road, hands in the air. People everywhere, love and unity is there. It's that time of year where we don't care. It don't matter where you're from, put your flag in the air. And represent. Just one love, just one love, just one love, just one love. I represent. Just one love, just one love, just one love.
Loyola Marymount trying to mount what's a late comeback here in the second game of the opening day of the Cayman Islands Classic. Alongside Jess Settles, Matt Martucci at John Gray Gymnasium. And we talked about it. Are there enough possessions for the Lions? Seems like there are. Juice Hill answered that question, provided you can get stops.
Yeah, both teams in the bonus. Coach Johnson telling his guys, you got to guard without fouling. Make sure you're checking out. It's been the offensive rebounds, 11 leading to 21 second chance points that have really hurt this team. And at the offensive end, look, you don't have to take the first shot. You can get dribble penetration. If it's there, make the play. But kick it out to an open teammate, pick up full court, try to force a turnover and extend this game.
Cajuste got them both. 80% free throw shooter coming in. Today he's 7 for 8. Last gasp for Hill and Loyola Marymount. Hill off the cross. Harris got his own shot. Too much. Giselle behind the screen. Hill with this end, bumped. And Jess, something just occurred to me looking at the Stephen F. Austin turnover numbers. Only 10 of them on the afternoon. Have done a much better job taking care of the basketball. Can remember at one point in the first half, they had 7, and it was 6 or 7 points off of turnovers for Loyola Marymount. And that was when it was an 11-point game. Since then, only about 2 or 3 giveaways.
Yeah,
and
good
large
call,
part,
partner. It's really been a tale of 2 halves. The Lions were the better team in the first half. Stephen F. Austin, up to this point, has been a better team in the second half. Been tougher mentally with the basketball, haven't turned the ball over. I go back to that Wilson steal in the first half when it felt like they were on the ropes, and it just energized his team. If they go on to win this game, it feels like a program type of second half where they just expect to make the plays. They were a little bit more physical, a little bit tougher. But as we said in the first game, with this 3-point line and with number 3 on the court, these games are not over until they are over. And the one thing you can't do if you're the Lumberjacks is foul and put them at the free throw line with the clock stopped so they can get baskets with the clock not running.
Hill gets both. We're back to a 6-point game. Frank Stain back in. The Utah Tech transfer who was part of the spearhead of what was a big run for Stephen F. Austin to get this lead. Came up with the layup that got them their first one, and then a big three a few minutes later. Stain got out of the double. Have the ball in the hands of Cajuste where they want it. Shot clock inside 10. Cajuste right around Leopepe, couldn't finish, but able to tap it out. And now just using clock. That's a senior point guard play. Probably could have gone in and taken a shot, Jess, and decided not to.
Yeah, another offensive rebound for the Lumberjacks. It's really been the story of the second half, and they've been backbreakers. You get the stop, you're still in the game. The point guard comes up with the offensive rebound against the opposing center, and whether it was free throw sets or down the stretch, some offensive rebounds hurt more than others if you're on the defensive end, and that really has broken the will of the Lions. You get good stops, and it doesn't matter. These guys come in and take it right over the top of you.
Both free throws for Cajuste, who's almost had a career day. 23 now, including 9 of 10 from the foul line. Hill, last gasp. Cajuste fouled again. And into the winner's bracket, it appears, where Stephen F. Austin headed. And your day, as you win, gets, you know this, Jess Settles, gets progressively better as you win. Because tomorrow you have a 1:30 tip, and then you win again, you end up in the title game, and that doesn't tip until 7:30 on Tuesday. So you get more beach time.
Exactly. You go back to the West in the night, the steaks taste a lot better, right? The film session's a little shorter. You go out on the beach, you can sleep in a little bit. There's nothing like coming to a tournament and winning that first game for the fans, the coaching staff, the players. It changes the entire dynamic of the week.
The beds are that much more comfortable too, and they're already really comfortable. Probably my favorite hotel brand. And the Lumberjacks are liking the trip just fine too. Probably just going to take the shot clock violation here. And that's what it looks like Cajuste is going to do. And referee Bill Lindsay letting him know that you're about to get a shot clock violation. And a little premature handshake, I think, there for Kyle Keller and Stan Johnson.
Well, look, that's one of AJ's best turnovers of